Well, hi, babies. Hi, my little darlings, my little sweetie pies, my sugar buns, my, my little keto-friendly brownie bites. Hi. Hi, my little T-bone steaks, my little fish eyes, my little liverwursts. Hi. How are you? I hope this video finds you well. Yeah, I hope it does. It's a general message, so please use your own discernment and intuition. It is also timeless, so whenever you find it, it is the right time, okay, babes? Okay? Yes. Also, I will never reach out to you for personal readings because I am not doing them, and I will not do that anyway, meaning I would not reach out to you for anything, so that's not me. Please report them. Please. Let us get into it, shall we? Okay, all right. It's already telling me to pull a different deck, so let's do it. Let's do it. We have the song I got on shuffle is Country Boy's Dream Girl by Ella Langley. Some boys like heels and short skirts, rooftop drinks and rooftop girl and $20 drinks. Some boys want them pretty as a picture, hanging on their arm, not saying a thing. Ooh, if that's what you're looking for, then I ain't what you're looking for. But if you want to ride real slow, winding down a red dirt road, maybe crank a little old George Jones, something in your sweet tea, you're barking up the right tree. If you like a sky full of stars, you ain't gotta look too far. Love you on the back porch, kiss you on the dance floor, in a t-shirt and faded jeans, I'm a country boy's dream girl. So what I'm getting from this is like, there's this recognition of self and understanding of self and acceptance of self. It's all on all levels. It's not just like, you know, it's one thing to just say it and be like, I deserve good things to happen. I am worthy. There's someone out to love me, someone out there to love me, someone out there that sees me as a good pick for this job, you know, whatever it is. But actually like embodying it and being it. That has occurred. It's happened. We're embodying this self-acceptance, self-actualization, this understanding of self and confidence in it and knowing where you're at and all parts of it. But, you know, flaws and all, warts and all, but an acceptance and love of it. So we got stay low key. Express it. Okay. Let's see where this goes. What else? Always be popping and jumping. Hippie hoppy. Hippie hoppy. And we have safe. Okay. So, what I'm getting is like maybe there had been parts of yourself that had been hidden, or, you know, take it as it resonates. You could be watching for somebody else, whatever. Just take it as it resonates. But it's like parts were hidden of the self out of fear of, you know, they had been rejected, or you needed to be safe to accept or put this out there or be yourself or whatever. But you're recognizing I'm sorry about the cough, guys. I'm getting over being sick. Oops. There's this recognition that and understanding that you don't want inauthenticity anyway. You don't want somebody that's not a good fit for you, whether it's a job, friend, lover, whatever. You don't want that. And there's this realization like, oh, I don't need to stay low key with this. I need to be real and upfront with it. In fact, expressing it is safe because I don't want an inauthentic connection again. I don't want to be caught up and hemmed up in some bullshit. Because if that's what you're looking for, then boy, I ain't what you're looking for. That's not me. I understand where my flaws are and where my faults are and where my strengths are. And if you're not cool with that, then we're not a good fit. Like, if you're not a good fit for me, we need to find this out like right away. I don't want to be, and that in itself is this understanding of abundance, that you are abundant. You don't want some bullshit. You don't want to just pick the low-hanging fruit. You want the good shit. You want the good kind. You want the good kind. Yeah, I want the good kind. I'm not gonna, it's like this willingness. Okay, say you go to a grocery store and they don't have your favorite cookie. But they have some like weird ass, like, other off-brand cookie, and you're like, I guess I could try it, but like, you say like you are looking for a cheat meal and you always like, you're very strict with your diet and you're like, well, I want a nice treat. And this nice treat is, you're craving this like very specific cookie, and it is like the best thing you've ever had in your life. It's just all the ingredients are perfect. But you go to the grocery store, they're out. There's other cookies around and you're like, well, okay. But now, in the past, you would have been like, yeah, well, okay, I guess I'll just pick something else here. Even though, like, that's all you can think about is that damn special cookie. And then you go home and then you have the other cookies. They were okay. It was still something sweet and a treat, but you didn't get the thing you had desired the whole time. And you were still like, damn, I kind of wanted those cookies. I should have just got them, or should have not, wasted my cheat meal or whatever on this. And when instead now you're in the energy of like, oh, damn, they don't have the cookie I want. All right, I'll go to a different grocery store. I'll go to another store. Or, oh, hell, I'll even wait to get it delivered if I have to. Like, these are the damn cookies I want. I'm willing to wait. This is exactly what I want. I'm not going to falter or lie to myself that these other cookies are better. And, you know exactly what you want. And you know where you're at, and now you have the strength and resilience to wait for it and say no to the other low-hanging fruit, like those half-assed, yeah, they're still a sweet treat, but it's nothing like the freaking cookies that you wanted. Like, those are like the thing, the good kind. Now you have that like strength within yourself to wait and not take the bait, not take the half-ass low vibrational bait. You know damn well what you want, where you're at, and you're not going to settle for less. And that's true self-love and true abundance, because in lack, you're like, oh, well, what if I can't have a cookie ever again? Like, I mean, that's obviously dramatic, but in that lack mentality, it's like, oh, well, what if this is it? You know damn well it's not it. And now you're in this strength, you're in this empowerment of, oh, well, if they don't have that cookie, or, this person isn't a good fit, or, this job isn't a good fit, I can tell right away. We're being upfront with each other. This is honestly, I can tell you right now, I'm not going to be able to work here. This isn't going to be a good fit for you and me. This just isn't going to work for me. And you can be straight up with it and be like, yeah, there's more. I'm not going to take this like mediocre cookie. I want the one that's like the best. I'm trying to think of like something that would just be like off the wall, like something, I don't know, it's got like jelly beans in it, and like it's the only kind that makes them like that, like pop rock cookies. I don't know. It's just a unique, no one else makes them. And your willingness to wait for that and not accept anything less than that, you're getting rewarded even greatly on top of that, because you're passing the test of, are you still in this lack mentality? Are you still in this lower vibration of where you know your worth, but you're willing to settle for less? You're passing the tests and surpassing them so quickly. Yeah, and so you're in this, like, I don't care what the hater's gonna hate. Like, I don't care. Like, you can think whatever. Yeah, I passed it up. And they're like, but that was such a good job. How could you? You're like, dude, I know what I've been through enough bullshit that I know what I'm willing to put up with and what I'm not. And I know that's not for me. That job wasn't for me. They're like, but all the money you could have made. You're like, bro, there's something better out there, and I'm gonna wait. I know it. And you trusting that inner knowing and your self-worth, you're getting stacks on stacks, on abundance, on manifestations. It's all coming in because you know your worth, and you're like, love it or leave it, bitch. And you're stepping into this more discerning. I'm getting that, what is it, Leslie Groves, I want to say. What his name is. Yeah, Leslie Groves. So he was part of the whole Trinity project for the nuclear bomb with the whole Oppenheimer and all them. And I remember hearing about him is like, he wouldn't sit on a decision. He would never sit on it very long. He always trusted his gut and went with it. And it made him the shit. He was the shit at making decisions. And he was like cutthroat as motherfucker. But it made him amazing. And he got so far in his career because of it, because he was just like, all right, they're like, all right, make a decision, here, this is, you need to lead these people, whatever. And he'd make a quick decision and he wouldn't sit on it. And that made him just super amazing. I'm just seeing if there was any information on my computer about him, like if it needed to be read. But yeah, what I'm getting is like, so you're like this badass Leslie Groves motherfucker, like just bam, 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 making decisions, calling shots, and that in itself is like true, like leading from the heart. I'm seeing that he's a Leo. He's August 17th, so he's leading from the heart. It's his birthday, and interesting, he died in cancer season. Huh. So I think that's Leo. Yeah. So like you're becoming this badass leader. You're becoming this badass manifestation beast, creator, magician. You're like leveling up. You're making big money moves because you're not sitting on shit anymore. And the true like courage, like old Leslie Groves leading from his heart, which is Leos are led by the heart. They rule the heart. And the willingness and the courage to take on, okay, I'm gonna make a decision. Fuck it, let's see what happens. You know what? Whatever comes after this, I have the strength to deal with this. Fuck it. I'm ready, bitch. Let's do it. I don't care. I'm ready. I'm ready to make this decision. I'm ready to take on whatever consequence comes after making the decision. I'm not going to sit on this and worry and stress and all of this. I'm going to lead from the heart. I'm going to make this decision from the heart. And I'm going to be like, bam, 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 making money moves, calling shots, using my intuition, creating the best fucking team ever. And we're going to get shit did. This is you just getting shit done for your life. And you know now, oh, this doesn't feel right. This job doesn't feel right. This person isn't, I'm seeing the red flags. And it's not out of fear because, and you know the difference between the fear and like the truth and your intuition. You're becoming more powerful in that, and your willingness to accept that and be like, I'm infinitely abundant. I can do whatever. I can take on any consequence that happens after this choice. I have bitch, I'm a resilient motherfucker. I don't care. The choice needs to be made. I'm not gonna sit on it and stress over it. Then I worry twice. Then I'm stressed out twice. Fuck it. And you being in this, like, just confident, leading, it's making you like a badass leader. And people are watching you. Because we have the haters gonna hate with toxic and listen. So they're thinking like, oh, well, you need to listen to people. Like, you need to blah, 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 blah. They're trying to like put this toxicity, this fear onto you. You're not having it, dude. You're not playing that bullshit. You don't play small anymore. You're like, bro, you're just background noise. Like, you're just like white noise to me at this point. Like, you mean nothing to me. You're fucking fear. You're fear mongering. You're all this. Like, you telling me I need to listen, bro. That's toxic as hell. Like, let me live my life. And like when people are being haters and toxic and trying like, and when you need to like take in advice, like, when to open your ear and when to close it, when to move your eyes and see something, and when to just look away and put your blinders on, keep moving forward. You're finding all of this, and it's because you keep ramping up and taking these like crazy ass like decisions on a dot. Like, there's no hesitation anymore, because you're like, the only way to trust my intuition and get to this point, to this strength, this internal strength, and like exercise this, is by doing it, by training for it. The only way to get good at it is by doing it. And you're trusting yourself more and more with each decision, each quick movement, all of this stuff. It's making you better. And we have abundance. I just saw that. We have BDE, big dick energy, and abundance. So this is literally like growing your energy like crazy and making you more abundant, because your willingness to just be like, bam, bam, bam. Leslie grows up in this shit. Yes. No. Get over there. I'm going to do this right now. Like, and acting on it. You're doing it. You're doing it. And that's like putting you in like heavy hitter energy. Bro, abundance fell out. Hell yes. You can't make that shit up. It's like, did I stutter, bitch? We have side piece and show me. So that's telling me like people might come to you in secret, or like secretly watch you, or like be on the low about it. Like, so like, how do you like do this? Or like, in a roundabout the way, they're like asking you like how, because they're watching you move and they're like, what is this? And your willingness, like, just all of the, like, they see your bravery, they see your courage, and they're gonna be coming on, like, through the side door and be like, hey, psst, psst, come step outside real quick. Like, I'm getting, like, you might be getting, like, this secretive, like, whether people are just straight up watching you, or, like, they come to ask you questions, but not straightforward. Like, they're like, so what do you do on the weekends? Like, what do you do, like, apart from what I see you do? Like, they just want to know, like, they're gonna try and get like information out of you, like, to be like, bro, like, how are you doing, like, what is this, how are you moving like this? You're being seen as free. I am belittled at home. Like, so people are gonna be like, yo, like, how are you so free? Like, how are you breaking free from all this crazy shit? Because I'm still in this, I'm still in the fear box and I'm afraid to get out. But how did you get out? Oh man, I'm being called out myself. We have trust, financial issues, and commitment. There might be some like tests you've gone through and you're like, fuck it, like I just got to get through this. Like however this looks right now isn't what it's gonna be. I trust this. I trust the energy. Despite how whatever weird funky stuff is happening, maybe you have conflict at work, financial issues, fights with like a person that is like a romantic interest or anything of the sort. And it's testing your commitment to this and being able to see beyond the current situation. I'm sorry about the coughing, guys. And I put a brave face on, but I do hurt inside. So I'm seeing that as like you, yeah, you're probably scared shitless making some of these decisions, but you know the only way to do it is to do it. The only way to make it happen is to do it. So you're still doing this and you're getting greatly rewarded for this. So keep going. Be Leslie Groves. He's a crazy motherfucker. Like making decisions like bam, 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 bam. He was successful. And that's where you're moving. That's where you're headed because you're listening to your gut. You're trusting that it doesn't have to be a logical decision. It's something deeper and you know your worth now. And you know, like everyone's like, oh, why did you turn that job down? It was so much money. You're like, bro, first of all, like I probably would have had to get like, you know, the work would have ran out, would have dried up. Or I would have quit because I wouldn't get along with my boss or whatever. Like you knew it wasn't it. Even though it looked good on paper, you knew it wasn't it. And people are like, what? How could you do this? Blah, 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 blah. But you're like, bro, you can think whatever you want. But, and then I'm seeing it as like, with these people watching you and being like, you know, hey, like, how did you, blah, 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 blah. Because then, you know, you finally get the job or whatever it is, the person, whatever. And it's everything you could have ever asked for because you were turning down all the other junk. And you're like, nah, nope, fuck no. That ain't it. It's not everything I want. And so then you get rewarded with like the titties shit, the top tier, on par, everything you could have asked for, checking all the boxes. And so people are going to be like, how did you do it? Like, what did you do? How did this happen? Like, you have a lot of people watching you. Sorry, my computer went down. And you know, and you might have to share your story. Like, yeah, sometimes I get scared, but fuck, I'm still jumping. Like, the only way to do it is to get it over with. I'm not going to sit on this stress and make it worse for me. And you might, because I'm getting I don't want to do the work, and I'm seeing that, like, haters gonna hate, toxic listen. You know, you're gonna get all the bullshit. The people are gonna try, the naysayers, the people are gonna try to talk you out of making these moves or whatever. And it's just because they're freaked out and they don't want to do the work. And, you know, because it takes a lot of courage, you know, despite, you know, you're scared, you put this brave face on, but you're like, oh, I don't know, I've never done this before. Oh, man. But you're still doing it. And you're getting greatly rewarded. Like, keep doing this. Keep making these crazy ass decisions. Bam, bam, bam. You know, whatever. Learn about Leslie Groves. Move like him. Like, he just used that gut. He used his gut instincts and made shit happen. Got shit done. And you know, by making all these decisions, like you have all the strength. You've been through so much before. You know how resilient you are, and that you've survived everything up until this point. What's the worst that could happen? You've already survived the worst part. You've overcome that fear and that bullshit. Yeah, it still bubbles up and boils up, but you overtake it, and you don't allow the fear to stop you. You know how resilient you are now. You know you can make it through anything. You always land on your feet. Yeah, it might be a little tough and it might hurt, but you're still gonna land on your feet. You're gonna be okay. So keep making these badass decisions, quick moves, and keep the eye on the prize, despite, with that trust and, despite, financial issues, whatever that comes up, worries, little hiccups, speed bumps, or whatever. Keep your eye on the prize, because these are little tests to see how committed you are with that commitment card. All right, babies, I think we're gonna fuck around and find out. I am gonna end it there. I think I said all I could say. You're killing it. You're doing it. Keep this good work up. Keep leading from your heart. You are climbing the ladder. You are making big fucking moves, babes. You are doing it. Keep it up. I'm so fucking proud of you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing this work. I love you all so much. Have a wonderful day. Okay, babes? Bye.